Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Here we are again. We are we are doing all the preparation. We did all the preparation in order to come back for this weekend of the Ascension of the Lord. And I just want to run a few things for us to remember as we begin this new way of trying to come back. I do want to remind those of you who are considered vulnerable in our community, those who are 65 and older, to remain at home. At least that's what we've been asked to tell you. And so, for those who are vulnerable, we would ask that you remain at home. If you do decide to come, if you choose to come, they always want to emphasize that it's at your own risk, and that there's always that risk of getting infected. In order to start this small presentation, we want to let you know how we have prepared and what are some of the things that you have to do yourself in order to make this happen. So the very first thing that we want to ask you to do is bring your own mask, and that when you get here, you put it on. We did a few things here. We put a few markers on the floor in order for you to stand. If you are a family of three, you can remain together. Okay, but you should always remain 6 feet apart from somebody that doesn't belong to your family. Obviously, we kind of already got a hang of this because all other activities that we've been doing, out in the community, other activities such as going to the store and all that kind of stuff. We want to make sure that you remember that in order for this to happen, there's certain things that we ourselves you have to do and we have to do. So I'm going to take you through some of these things that we need to remember. So the first thing is when you get here, you're going to stand in line. If all you get here at the same time, you're going to walk in here, and as you arrive, the doors will be open. Okay, the doors will be open, and so you won't have to touch the doors. So we're gonna come in here. There will be somebody here who will take your name. You're going to check in, make sure that your name is here. A reminder, this you can't just walk in. Unfortunately, you can just show up. So we got to make sure that you remember that you can't come assuming that if somebody doesn't show up that you will get in. It's not going to happen. They won't let us do it. So please, if your name is not on that particular mass, you won't be able to get in. A reminder, once mass starts, the doors are going to be shut. We won't be able to let anybody in if you're not here, because the people that are going to check people in are going to come and help us to check people in, and they're going to leave so that they're not here counting as those who are going to be part of the mass. So make sure that you come if it is your time to come. In order for us to get you on this list of masses, you are going to have to call and ask for us to put you in one of the masses. We're going to try and get as many people as we are able to during this week, and then just start another list. So otherwise, the other thing is you can't just come in, twice in a week. So A reminder, this isn't to fulfill your Sunday obligation. This is so that those of you who are so eager and have that great desire to receive the Lord, so you can receive it. So you will be signed up. We later in the week we're going to try and get you also a way to sign up online. Those that are able to do so have a way of signing in each of the masses or one of the masses during the week. It's difficult to be fair, but that's what we have to do. This will be the only entrance. So the front of the church, the one on your right side as you come in. Okay, so this will be the only entrance that you will be able to use. The other thing is also make sure that you go to the restroom, because there will only be one restroom available for everybody. So we're going to ask you to use it only if you have a difficulty and you absolutely have to, so that there's an easier transition onto the next mass, because we're going to try to sort of pile up masses to make sure that people have the opportunity to go. With the schedule of the masses, we if we see that we have the strength and the stamina to put on more masses or substack masses, we will see. You will be taken to the pews by somebody also, and so the other part is if you are if you're bringing your offering will be placed here. So it does not happen during the Mass. It happens afterwards. For you to pick up the bulletins, there will be a table on the other side, so that you pick up your bulletin on your way out after Mass has been said, and after we have been finished with Mass, you'll be able to go to the other side. So this portion of the building will be off limits, including this restroom. So there will only be the women's restroom will be the only one that will be used. Men and women's emergency only. Okay. And so they will bring you in, and as you can see, it is clearly marked where you can come in, and where you have to keep yourselves apart from others to be able to sit. So it will be clearly marked where you'll be able to the pews that you will be able to use. So we try to maximize our pews, so it's clearly marked where you will not be able to sit. So the only pews that are going to work is those that are open. One of the things to point out is, as you come in, different from when the church is normally open, is that you will have to sit in the very front to start the sitting up, to fill the church from the front toward the back. That's how we're going to start filling it up. Sort of like when you go to the airport and you have to fill out a plane. Same kind of logic. So we're going to start filling up the front first toward the back. And when we finish Mass, we're going to start emptying from the front, but instead of toward the back, we're going to take you and allow you to walk out toward the side doors. So you won't because there will only once we finish Mass, there probably will be people already in the back, ready to start coming in for the next Mass. So people will already be, so we have an easy way of traffic this is what's going to happen. Um, so as we get here, as we do mass, a reminder that as much as possible to keep your masks on during mass. You know, I'm sure that you can take it off every once in a while to rest or whatever, because it's awkward, and of course we're not going to ask you to you won't be able to receive communion if you have it on. So, but it would be good for you to get the mask where you are able to take it off to receive communion, and then you can put your mask on your wrist, receive communion, and then eat it, and then put the mask back on. This part of being able to receive communion, the priest himself will have to wear one of these. Okay. As I will be wearing this mask, the stations. So you will sanitize your hands as you come in. Okay. And so when you come in, you're going to sanitize your hands. They're going to ask you to sanitize your hands. But also, these are going to be here. If you feel that if you feel more comfortable to receive Holy Communion, to sanitize your hands, what they've asked us is that if I touch you, that I have to stop Holy Communion distributing, and I have to sanitize my hands before I can give communion to the next person. Okay? So and I will have to be wearing the mask at all times to give you Holy Communion. So the front pews, we can only fit 2 people. So as you can see, they're marked, and because it's difficult to sanitize the padding of the cushions of these pews, we decided to use to just wrap them in plastic so that we can sanitize them after Mass is over. If you are somebody that would like to join us or help us come and sanitize Mass, or even after Mass, if you want to help us sanitize the areas that where you are. Obviously, there are some of you that you can't do it, but those of you that have the ability, if you want to stay over, like for after the Mass, 5 minutes, sanitize. We will have all the materials here. So this is how things are going to run. So this is, I believe, the most important aspects of how this is going to work. Again, as you exit, you will be able to just walk out, through. You're going to let the first pew empty, and as you see them walk out, unless you stay to help us sanitize, you'll be able to walk out and just exit. The doors will be open, okay? We will have somebody that will open the doors so you don't have to touch the handles. I think this is pretty much how things are going to run. I think I covered almost everything for us to stay safe and to be able to work through this difficult time. If you have any more questions, you can call us and let us know how we can answer those questions. If you bring your children, when you bring your children, make sure that they also have their own masks, and try and make sure that they remain, for your safety and for their safety, that they remain in one, that one spot. It's going to be tough, I'm sure, but try and keep them so that they stay safe. This is not an easy time, and I'm sure you understand that in order for us to also better serve you, this is what we have to do, and for us to, mostly for the safety of you, of all of us, so that things will run smoothly during this difficult time. Thank you very much for being part of this community. Thank you to all those that have helped us to make sure that everything runs smoothly. And like I said, give us a call. We'll be happy to talk to you. We're working in a way that the answering service is not answering the phone calls. We're trying to work in a way that even if the office remains closed for now, that we can actually answer the phone directly to you, and that way there's that direct contact. So with that, praise God, we are back. We are together, even if it's in bits and pieces. We are here, and by the grace of God, we are together. So blessings to all of you, and we will see you this coming Sunday. So God bless you all. Thank you very much.